My grandfather lived more than 80 years, and for most of that time, he never said he was sorry. The day my grandfather apologized did not feel important at first. There was no argument before it, no raised voices, no dramatic moment. It was an ordinary day, and maybe that is why it stayed with me. He woke up early, like always, not because he had somewhere to go, but because his body never learned how to sleep in. The house was quiet, the kind of quiet that only exists in the morning. Before the world remembers itself, he sat at the kitchen table. Same chair, same place, same routine. He didn't turn on the radio, didn't read the paper. He just sat there, hands folded, eyes on nothing. My grandfather was not a talker. He believed words should be used carefully, sparingly. If something didn't need to be said, he believed it shouldn't be. That belief shaped his whole life. Growing up, I really heard him explain himself. He didn't say why he was upset. He didn't say when he was hot. He didn't say when he was proud either. You learned him by watching. The way he tightened his jaw, the way he went quiet, the way he left the room instead of arguing. That morning, I didn't expect anything. I sat beside him. The table between us warmed smoothly by time. We didn't talk right away. He never rushed silence in that house. Finally, he spoke. Not loud, not dramatic, just steady. I have been thinking, he said. That alone felt unusual, because when my grandfather thought about something important, he usually kept it to himself. He stayed at the table for a moment. Then he looked at me, not past me, at me. I wasn't always easy to live with, he said. That sentence landed heavier than it sounds, because it wasn't a defense, it was a fact. He didn't wait for a response. He didn't explain yet. He just let the words sit there. Most apologies don't start with, "I am sorry." They start with honesty. He leaned back slightly. Exhale. I thought being strong was enough, he said. My grandfather had always believed in strength. Not loud strength, not showy strength, quiet strength, endurance, control, keeping things together no matter what. He believed emotions were something you manage privately, that love was shown through work, through responsibility, through showing up every day. I thought if I didn't fall apart, he said, everything else would stay standing. He paused. His hands tightened slightly, then relaxed. I was wrong. That was the first apology, not spoken directly, but clearly. He didn't say who he was apologizing to either. He didn't need to. He talked about his wife. Not in big stories, in small moments, How she used to wait for me to talk, he said. How she learned not to ask. How silence slowly became the normal thing. He wasn't angry when he spoke. He wasn't bitter either. That is what made it harder to listen. I didn't know how to explain myself, he said, so I explained nothing. He admitted that he avoided conflict because he thought it would protect everyone. But avoiding conflict doesn't remove it. It just moves it into silence. He told me there were nights when he knew he should say something. Apologize for being distant. Apologize for being cold. Apologize for being unavailable. But the moments passed. And then another. And then years. After a while, he said, it feels strange to apologize for something that is already become the way things are. That line stayed with me because it explains so much. People don't avoid apologies because they don't care. They avoid them because admitting damages means admitting time. He looked older in that moment, not physically, emotionally. I didn't think silence hurts anyone, he said. I thought it kept the peace. Then he shook his head slightly. It didn't. We sat there for a while. No interruptions, no phone, no background noise. Just the truth moving slowly between us. Then he said something I didn't expect. I practiced apologies in my head, he said. For years, he explained that he would rehearse them in the shower, in the car, late at night, different versions, different words, different outcome. But when the moment came, he said, I don't know how to say them out loud. That is when I understood something important. Apologies don't get easier with time. They get heavier because they carry everything you didn't say before them. He finally looked directly at me again. This time, his voice was quieter. I am sorry. And it came late. Late apologies are strange. They don't undo damage. They don't reset time. They don't erase memory. What they do is acknowledge reality. And sometimes that's all that is left. I don't expect anything from it, he said. I just don't want to live without saying it. Oh my God. That sentence hit me harder than anything else. Because apologies at the end of life aren't about fixing the past. They are about refusing to deny it. He said he wished he had learned earlier that love needs words, that silence is not neutral, that people don't feel safe just because nothing is being said. I thought love was something you proved, he said. I don't know it was something you had to express. He smiled slightly, not happily, just softly. I was good at surviving, he said. I wasn't good at explaining myself. We sat there until the coffee went cold. Neither of us moved to refill it. That apology didn't change history, but it changed something else. It changed how I understood him. I realized he wasn't distant because he didn't care. He was distant because he didn't know how to cross the space. Before I left that day, he said one last thing. He held my hands. If you ever feel the need to apologize, he said, don't wait. Waiting doesn't make it cleaner. It just makes it quieter. That was a big lesson for me. And it sank right inside me. My grandfather didn't become a different man. He became an honest one. And sometimes that is the bravest version left. He taught me that apologies don't belong to the past. They belong to the present. And the best time to say them is before silence becomes permanent. Some words don't save relationships, but they say truth. And that matters a lot. Thank you for listening to this story. If you are moved by this story of my grandfather, real life story of my grandfather, please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to turn that notification bell for more interesting stories, life lesson stories. And bye for now.